All right. And the host has started recording. Okay. We have our panelists here this evening who are going to fire some questions at us. Oh, my. I didn't build on my thinking cap tonight, but that's okay. I'm not allowed to answer anyway, so it's all good. All right. Now, do you, RobLynnLive? I say it again. Do you, RobLynnLive? Oh, yeah. We are coming to you live on OConnect, as well as we are streaming on the RobLynnLive's magnificent channel, the YouTube channel that Lynn founded 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago. She doesn't know. 2 years ago. Let's call it two, with almost 34,000 subscribers, 33,000. So not too shabby. For sure, for sure. All right, all you RobLynnLivers, you don't have to listen to this part, but I'm going to say it so everybody can hear it. All right, now, if you're not a founding member, you're not an affiliate, you're not a customer, you're not in OES at all, well, we got news for you. All you got to do is go to RobLynnLive.ai, and that's our domain. And that will take you to Lynn's registration page. And should you desire, you can fill that bad boy out, pick yourself up an O-mail, your very own O-mail, as an ONPASSIVE mail. And with that comes O-net and O-trim. So you can O-network all over the place with O-net, and O-trim, you can trim URLs. So remember now, for those of you who are not in OES yet, RobLynnLive.ai. Wow, those pipes aren't too bad tonight. All right, I like it. All right, let's get off and running here. We got a lot to cover tonight. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we've got 7. Oh, and Chris is coming along a little later. Chris Tiazone. We'll introduce the panelists one by one. They'll tell you a little bit about themselves and a little about where they're from and maybe an interesting fact or two.
Maybe we can show the pretty visual created.
We could.
So it's so pretty. I just don't, it's a shame not to show it. So this is December 27, 8 p.m. And here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total panelists.
Right, with Chris. Wow, that's not too
shabby. Isn't that pretty?
Wow.
I love the colors.
Wowzer. Okay.
I wanted to show that off.
That is pretty nifty. We're not going to have the Ollie Boy contest tonight because we got a lot of questions to cover. And so that takes a little bit of time. So Ollie's going to take a break. But we did want to show you, Lynn wanted to show you the wonderful work of Charmaine Ung. And Charmaine is also known as C2. She's not a rocket ship, but she is very good at what she does when it comes to visuals. So that all being said, we've told you about the domain. We've told you we're live streaming. And there's Chris, and we'll introduce him along with the others in a moment. 10 a.m. this morning brought you Marty DeGarmo, Chris Johnson, and Red Redfern. Almost called him Red DeGarmo. They're known as the Three Stooges. I guess somebody had put up a visual of them as the Three Stooges, Curly, Larry, and Moe. So we'll call them Curly, Larry, and Moe. All right. They did an OP360 warm-up. Then at 11 o'clock, let's back the bus up. Red was not on the warm-up. Red did his own warm-up. So it was just Chris and Marty at 10. Then at 11, along came Red, from what I hear, for about 18 minutes or 8 minutes, something like that, with a little bit of a warm-up for everybody to get ready for OP360. All right, 12 p.m., you know what it's time for. Straight Talk. Straight Talk with RobLynnLive and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
On this wondrous Wednesday. You know why it's so wondrous? Because so many people were in the stores returning items today. I had a chance to stop by Wally World or Walmart, and oh my goodness, the line was out the front door,
Oh, I can
out the
imagine.
front door, just to return or exchange or, you know,
Yep.
drop off.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Then let's see. Okay, so that's noon, Wondrous Wednesday. And then at 2 p.m. along came the Three Stooges together, Marty, Red, and Chris. Did a bit of an update. Red does his update for the week, Wednesday to Wednesday. Marty chimed in, Chris chimed in. No special guest today. Ash was not there. So if you thought he was there, it's in your imagination. But Marty did say we can look for him anytime now as the year comes to a conclusion, if I pronounce that right.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll look for Ash. We've got a lot of things coming down the pike, including the shekels, including the dinero, including the dinar. It's all coming our way to the tune of about 10 million buckaroos. So that's exciting stuff. And there's other exciting things coming with OConnect and the upgrades that they're doing and the changes, the tweaking. I think we're going to probably pretty soon in OConnect have where we can put a background up. And that'll be nice, other than the green background that we use.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be nice.
That'll be
and
nice.
some of the other backgrounds that some of us use. So it'll be nice to have a regular background. I think we can make our own background. Wasn't that part of the deal?
Mm-hmm.
Can make our own background. So that should be pretty nifty. Some people probably will choose their old alma mater, their college, university, might choose their dog as their background. Who knows? But it'll all be FUN. Fun.
Cool.
All right. We do want to mention to please pray for Ash, his lovely wife, Ashmahan, and their two young sons, or two young boys, or two young men, I should say, Omar and Yusuf. How many people have got a 9-year-old child or ever had a 9-year-old child that's a published author? I don't know any.
That's amazing.
So that's pretty amazing stuff, and we're proud of Omar. We're equally proud of the one and only Cookie Monster himself, formerly known as the Chunkster or Chunky. He's not so chunky anymore, and his name is Yusuf. So, Chunkster, we're glad you're here, buddy. All right, now, that all being said, please pray for them, as well as the tech, media, and support teams around the globe for their good health and safety. Please. Also, please send out your love, light, and prayers to all who may be ill or injured for their complete and speedy recovery. And we did mention last night, we'd like to mention it again tonight on the passing of Jackie, Al Praber's wife of 30 years. They were together 37 years, and she passed, I believe it was night before last.
Christmas Day.
Oh, it was Christmas Day. I'm sorry, the 25th, which would have been the day before last. So, Al, we're thinking of you, buddy, and there's a lot of praying going on for you and your family and for Jackie. So, still takes the wind out of my sails when I got to say something.
Tragic.
Okay, so if you hear of anybody who needs a prayer, share a prayer. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be a little kid to pray. You don't have to be a middle-aged adult to pray. We can all pray, and prayer does work. I'm not a priest. I'm not a rabbi, but I know prayer works. I've been on the other end of it, and you know what? It does work. That's what got me out of the hospital in Hawaii, I think, was all the prayers from family and friends and the people I worked with. Now, if you could scroll up just a bit, I will. I think it's time we should introduce our panelists. And was there a mess up with the link? Is the link okay now? Or
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay, no problem with the link to get in here. All right, and as everybody knows here, what we'll do is introduce each panelist, and following the introduction, they'll say a little about themselves. Keep it to about 2 minutes, folks, because we'd like to, if we can, get to 2 rounds of questions tonight, if possible. And let's see, that was that. And the other thing is, oh, we'll go after the Q&A. We're going to go to the community time, and community time helps us uh, get some insight into people maybe we haven't met before. And the nice thing about community time is anybody who's an attendee tonight can come to the panel. Okay, we can have up to, what is it, 100 on the panel right now. So we've not had 100, we've had 22, we've had 24. So let's keep the numbers up and let's try to come to the panel. It'd be fun. And as it says on our hats, we do stand with Ashmafara through thick and through thin, and we are ready to rumble. Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, that's enough of that silliness on my part. We're going to go to the gallery view now, are we?
Yes.
Okay, I thought
this,
so.
Right?
You did start recording, didn't you? You did.
I did.
Okay.
Right. Oh, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm done. I've got that memorized. I've done this for weeks and weeks and
It's in the
weeks.
prompter. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm real good. All right. So without further ado,
Let's go to the gallery.
we're going to go to the gallery view, and look at that. Look at that crew.
Wow, nice.
Ooh, doggies.
A great panel.
That is a wonderful panel.
Yay.
And we love you, panelists. All right, let's start. We'll go lady, gentlemen, lady, gentlemen. Let's start with Melanie Marcano. Tell us a little about yourself and who in the world are you?
Oh, Melanie McConnell, aka known as Mel Sunshine, as they call me. I am one of, well, I said that many times, but I'm one of 14 siblings alive, and I thank God. And I came here from the Caribbean of Dominica, Caribbean island of Dominica, to Canada, migrated to Canada. And as far as Dominica goes, I'll just give a little bit about it. Dominica. Okay, so Dominica is the youngest island of the Lesser Antilles. It rises from the ocean floor, and with its mountains, rainforests, gorges, waterfalls, hot springs, and as they say, 365 rivers, one for each day of the year, and plenty of rare birds. I think that's all over the world now, right? Dominica also has a number of fine beaches and picturesque coastal formation, many of which can be found in the north of the island. Um, some of the fun facts about Dominica: you can explore the northern beaches, admire the waterfalls, hiking, the Boiling Lake trails, and the falls, actually. And Dominica is known to Kalinago territory, which is indigenous people, and they have maintained their roots from way back, and they're still today strong as ever. Whale and dolphin watching, seeking out the rare parrots back home, horseback riding, and relaxing in the volcanically heated spa therapeutic pools. Okay, so that's a little bit about Dominica, the fun facts, and migrated to Canada, Hamilton, Ontario, as we know. Um, I had given some before, but I'm going to say Hamilton is home to over 100 waterfalls within the city limits and escarpment. Plenty of opportunity for outdoor entertainment. Hamilton makes a great sport rail and freeway connections to Toronto and Buffalo and New York. In addition, Hamilton has an international airport that is quickly becoming a traveler's favorite with its much cheaper flights leaving from Hamilton itself. Makes a great sport rail and freeway connections to Toronto and Buffalo and New York. All right, and in addition to that, Hamilton is known as the mountain. Okay, I did mention that before. And they hold annual Great Lakes Expo 7. That's a new thing that I'm mentioning now to help generate interest in improving and protecting freshwater within the Great Lakes. And that's what I have for Hamilton myself. As myself, I work for major company, and it's between Canada and the United States and even overseas, but the main is Canada and the US. And before that, I was in the massage therapy training for 14 months. Did not graduate from it because I switched over to computers, micro business, and also was a medical certified lab assistant for sure. But yeah, that's about it so far. I was supposed to be in the healthcare world, but I switched over to technology. Here I am today on ONPASSIVE, and I'm learning much more. Thank you very much, Rob and Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mel. Mel, that takes care. That's one lady checked off. And now we're going to go to the one, the only Mayor. Mayor Debate. All right, Mayor, tell us a little about yourself, a little about your country.
You gotta unmute yourself.
Unmute, please.
Unmute. Maybe you'll have to refresh. It might help you if you can't unmute. Try refreshing. Okay, let's wait for him to come back.
Yes, ma'am. We can do that.
Yeah.
He'll be right back. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Mm-hmm. All right. If he's
I
back.
believe he's back. Okay, Mayor, come on down. Mayor, check 1 2 1 2. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Very good.
Right now, I'm
Okay, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you for inviting me for this question and answer and panelist for the RobLynn live. Um, my name is Mayur Shirbhate. I'm did my pharmacy in 2008 and and post graduation in MBA in marketing. I have started my business in 2011. I have run wholesale and retail pharmacy in Pune. In my family, my father is there. Um, my mother is not is passed away in last in July. So my wife Aarti, his name is Aarti, and son is Yatha. He is 9 year old, uh, and we are in basically come from Amravati district of state of Maharashtra. It is 600 kilometer from Pune. Right now, I'm living in Pune, uh, doing my business in here. Uh, we come, and I have come in 2008 when I did my graduation in pharmacy. Come to this Pune for post graduation, and I like this city very much. And Pune is about uh, education city because most of the uh, educations institute are in Pune, reputed institutions. So we come for most of the people coming in Pune for their education. So uh, it is all about, and my wife is giving my company for my pharmacy also. Can she did in diploma in pharmacy. So that's all about my background from myself. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Mayur. We appreciate that. Now let's swing on over to the one and only Carmela Fire Schwartz, second lady on the panel. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carmela, and I am your friend.
Oh, I hadn't heard that in a while. Woo, doggies!
I live in
Let's
Israel.
hear that again. No, let's hear that again.
My name is Carmela, and I am your friend.
Oh,
I
yeah.
live in Israel, in the center of the country. I was brought up in a group. I served the Israeli Defense Force. I got married young. I gave birth to children. I work in the municipality of Rishon LeZion for 37 years. I started as a dental assistant for adults and children in the school. And I progressed and changes departments. I work in the education department, accounting, human resource, several veterinary and compounding. After 37 years of work, the municipality decided to cut up people and take out employed to pension. And I was one of them. They took me out, earlier retirement. I saw this as an opportunity, and I have been developing personality online ever since. I discovered ONPASSIVE in October 2020, and from the first day, I connected with the idea and the vision of Ash Mufara. Now about my country. Israel is a country in the Middle East, in Southwest Asia, located on the southwestern coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Israel was established in the terrorist of the land of Israel, the national home and homeland of the Jewish people. Have you ever visited the Dead Sea? If not, put it on your wish list, as it is place worth visiting. The weather of the water of the lake is colored light turquoise blue, and it is all surrounded by golden brown hills. Here and there you can see sparkling crystal of white salt sticking out of the water. The mineral-rich water and Dead Sea mud are considered to have an numerous benefit for the body, especially for skin, brightly bruising and arthritis problems. For this reason, many people visit the Dead Sea every year to receive special treatments. Jerusalem is the capital city, government, parliamentary, the democracy, parliamentary republic, area 22,145 square kilometers, population 9,364 million. When you think of going to another country, think of Israel or one of your vision. That's all. Thank you.
You're muted, Rob.
Oh,
Are you telling me I said all that and I was muted? Oh my goodness, this executive producer. Oy vey. At any rate, let's go from Israel and let's go to Maryland, USA, and let's hear from Pedro Jose Estrada Saladas. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's good to be here with all of you, respected panelists, some artists, some different backgrounds. My nationality originally was Guatemalan, Central America. I've been here half of my life, so I also have a U.S. nationality. So I'm going to tell a little bit about my background as a worker. I have done several facets of accounting. Not my passion, but I had to make a living. So I have done that in Guatemala as well as here in the US. My specialty was payroll. I did extensive and large payrolls, 2,000 plus employees every week. A lot of fun. That is here in the US. Well, let me tell you about Guatemala. It's a very fertile country, agricultural for the most part. Of course, the wealth is not properly divided. There is only a minority that has most of the land, so that has been always a handicap for the country to progress. But we are not here to speak about politics. We are here to just enlighten people about different facets of the countries. Guatemala is very rich in soil because it has so many volcanoes. Most places are reachable within 4 hours, 3 hours. We have access to both the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. And that makes it very, very unique because you can be in the city that averages about 70 degrees, 70 to 75 degrees all year round. And but you can go to the beach and be at 100 degrees. So that is a unique thing. Or you can go to the mountains and be at 40 to 45 degrees. So there is 2 lakes not too far from the city, Guatemala City. And that makes it, one of them is a very desirable touristic destination. I mentioned it in the chat the other day, Atitlan or Panajachel for using the local language of the natives. So that's about Guatemala. You're very welcome always to come. Americans are welcome. Everybody's welcome to come and visit. You will have a great time. People are hospitable. Good food. Now in America, I moved here in 78, around there, 77. It's been a wonderful experience. There is many places. I have visited California a couple of times. The Sequoias. I have relatives in the San Francisco area. And I have relatives right here in my area. My brother and sister live in the area. We all have families here. Gaithersburg, Maryland is a fun place to live. There is plenty of amenities. One that is a touristic destination is around the Potomac River, that is the waterfalls, or the Great Falls at the Potomac River, where the river becomes wild, and that is an attraction for locals and tourists. So I have toured the city many times. I can assist anybody in telling them where to go. Maryland is very rich. We have the Chesapeake Bay. There is a bridge over the Chesapeake Bay that is so large and so tall that it will stun you when you go over that bridge. And you go over there when you're heading for Ocean City, Maryland. You have to go over the Chesapeake Bay, and that bridge is over the bay. Many beautiful things here. I'm close to Washington, D.C., 40 minutes drive. Plenty of restaurants in the area, whether in D.C. or whether in Maryland. And Virginia is not that far either. We are just separated by the Potomac River. I've been in ONPASSIVE since 2019, at the end of 2019, and I have enjoyed meeting a lot of people, as friendly as they could be. It has become like a family, and we are enjoying seeing the development of a company with the best internet solutions. I invite everyone to check it out. Go to the blog and you will see what I'm talking about. There is free products. Join to it through the link associated with RobLynn or RobLynnLive.ai. It'll be a great experience for you to find out for yourself. It's good talking with you. Thank you so much for allowing me this time, and I'll sit on the chat here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Pedro. That wasn't, I honestly didn't give Pedro that to say. I did not say, please publicize us or promote us, but thank you, Pedro, for that. And as we say, whoever you're interested in, if you've got a friend, join with them. But we're happy to have any and all comers as well. But thank you, Pedro. And now I think we'll go to Mr. Hill, Gregory Hill. Come in, please, and unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Greg Hill. I live in the San Juan Islands, north of Seattle, about an hour and a half. I've been a builder here. Well, actually, I've been a builder down in Florida, too. But most of my life has been building. As far as income is concerned, that's been my bread and butter, from commercial to residential to custom homes, log homes, stick frame homes, steel framed homes, log cabins. I have a variety of experience in the building industry. Currently still building on my last project. However, I'm the oldest of four. My parents grew up here in this small town of Anacortes. It was a fishing village, and which is now basically a tourist attraction, because a lot of people like to come up here to the San Juan Islands. It's known for its beauty. There's 222 islands in the San Juan Islands, and we were the first of the islands. It's called Fidalgo Island. The islands were discovered by the Spaniards, and that's probably why they call it Anacortes or Anacortes. Maybe from the Cortez. I don't know all the history of it. My great-grandfather was here and raised ginseng for the Chinese who were here in the late 1800s. So my family history goes back quite a ways. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't have anything written down. I just have to off the cuff, as we say.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it, Greg.
So I'm working on that. Anyway, I've been an ONPASSIVE since November of 2019. I started online in 1998, learning the ropes about internet, and I still continued that to this day, trying to learn. It's very interesting to me. My education is only the 12th grade. I did go a couple months of college to study Japanese language, which I still do. And my wife is Japanese, so I do speak conversational Japanese. Anyway, I appreciate Rob and Lynn, and I don't know about putting any plugs in for you. I love you. That's all I can tell you.
You plug us enough with LinkedIn and the gifts. So
Thank you.
I'm very grateful to you. You know
I'm
that.
I'm not done yet. So anyway, I'll keep my time short, and you know me about that. Like to be pretty short about things. I'd rather listen, and I really enjoy everybody on this panel. We have a great family here, and and just continue to grow our relationships together. We're going to help each other through all whatever it might be, and that's what's really important to me. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to the question time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Appreciate that, brother. And let's see, where are we going next? We've been there. We've been there. Oh, we haven't been to New York City yet. All right, NYC and John Barella. Unmute if you can.
Can everybody, let's kind of keep your presentations to about 3 minutes because it's already 8:40. So we want to leave time for the Q&A. So everybody can be kind of brief in your presentations before we start the Q&A. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'll be brief. My name is John Barilla, and I live in New York City. I'm originally from Ohio, Steuben Hill, Ohio. I've been here in New York as a professional actor, singer, voiceover artist. I used to put dancer in there too. At one point I switched it to move well, and now I don't even mention that I can probably dance. But yeah, I don't think I'm dancing. But anyway. So anyhow, I've been living here since 1970, and I live in the East Village in New York City. And as I say, I'm an actor, singer, voiceover artist, and I love it a lot. I love being an actor, and so I'm going to not talk about me much anymore because I've done this a few weeks now, and people I think starting to hear about actor or whatever. But so I'll just move on to some fun facts about where I live, which is New York City. The last time I spoke about something specifically, I talked about my hometown with the Christmas thing. So this time I'm just going to give you quickly some fun facts about New York City, about 15 facts. New York was once called New Amsterdam. Around 1626, Dutch residents who were living in what is currently New York City, and they referred to the region as New Amsterdam. The city was named New York after King Charles II conquered the area and gifted the city to his brother, the Duke of York, who renamed it New York. New York's famous nickname, Big Apple, originated in the 1920s. At that time, sports journalist John J. Fitzgerald wrote a column for the New York Morning Telegraph about the many popular horse races that happened in and around New York. He referred to the substantial prizes to be won as the Big Apple, symbolizing the biggest and best ones that one can achieve. The Bronx, B-R-O-N-X, borough of New York City, was named after the first person who ever settled there, the Swedish Jonas Bronk, B-R-O-N-C-K. His farmlands were called Bronx land, and people eventually started calling it the Bronx for short. And now I'll go to some other specific facts about New York City. Is the most populous city in the United States with 8.5 million residents. More than 800 languages are spoken in New York City, making it the most linguistically diverse city in the world. In total, about 2,702,957 New York residents speak Spanish, making it the second most spoken language in New York City after English. New York City is the home to the highest Jewish population outside of Israel, the highest Hispanic population of any U.S. city, the highest Chinese population outside of Asia, and the highest Puerto Rican population in the world. New York City is the home to more billionaires than any other place in the world. Forbes listed New York City with the most billionaires at 107 people, followed by Beijing with 83 billionaires. And then a few more real quickly. New York City is the only state that borders both the Atlantic Ocean and the Great Lakes. New York City is divided into 5 boroughs: Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, the Bronx, and the best known of all, Manhattan. Manhattan is the best known borough in New York. This is where you will find the most of the city's top attractions, such as the Empire State Building, Central Park, Times Square, the Chrysler Building, and more. And I could go on, but that's it for now, so I can keep it short. Maybe the next time I'll give you some more fun facts about New York City. So that's it for me.
All right, John. Thank you very much, Mr. Barilla. Thank you, Mitch. Very much, Mr. Tin Man. We appreciate that. Let's go over to the Sifu himself, Francis Tay. But before he begins and unmutes, we'd like to say thank you for that super sticker, brother.
Thank you very much for the super
Very
sticker.
kind of you, brother.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon. It's morning, sunny. My name is Francis from Singapore. The reason why Rob doesn't want to have the Ali guessing show because today the banner is Singapore. You know? The one that Charmaine do, this beautiful background. So, today, based on the 2022 report, we have 92 million in 2022, 32 million visited Singapore. I don't know whether you are one of them. You know? If you are not, then please, you are welcome to visit Singapore and make it a good one. Singapore is also very interesting country. When we were discovered or founded in 1965, those with long hair are not allowed to come to Singapore or not allowed to pass Singapore unless they have a haircut, probably like Rob. You are allowed to come. So those who have a photograph in the passport with long hair, they have to retake again and redo the passport. And a lot of interesting scenario happened in the 1960s. And we are also, that when you go to a restaurant or food court, you don't need to worry about reserving tables. In Singapore, I don't know about other countries. In Singapore, you can use a tissue box as the authority to reserve your table in the food court, hawker center. Just put your tissue paper packet on the table. You can walk away and come back. The table is yours. Finally, I'm a business running a transportation company. So, thank you.
Thank you, Sifu Francis. And again, thanks for that super sticker. Let's go to the Philippines and the one, the only, the captain, the microphone guy, the headset guy, the IT guy, and Mr. Video himself, Cristiano.
Hi, mabuhay. Greetings to everyone. I'm residing in the southern region of the Philippines. My profession is medical transcriptionist, and also that includes legal, business, and general transcription. I'm eager to undertake new challenges. That's why I bonded with the OES classroom with Sifu Francis Day on Singapore and the OES Asia Pacific. I'm a beginner I consider myself as a beginner in graphics or visual and video editing, since I learned this skill through Christy Chong of Malaysia, watching her impart about Canva in the past months, particularly around March or May. So I now a practice in in doing the Canva artwork in in the two communities I'm in, which is the RobLynnLive. I'm a RobLynnLiver, and and also in the OES Asia Pacific. Uh, and finally, I am a proud global affiliate since 2021. Facts about the Philippines, I've already mentioned this in the past roundtable Q&A. Philippines has 7,641 islands. There are 170 dialects in the Philippines, 170. Philippines is the only Asian nation that is predominantly Christian, and it's the also has the largest expensive pearl in the world, which is in particularly in Palawan. And Philippines is known as the largest supplier of nurses to the world, with over 25% of all nurses in the United States being being of Filipino descent. So the Philippines also founded the Asia's first basketball league. I have to mention that because I'm a basketball enthusiast. So also talking about the fast food, Jollibee. Jollibee is the top fast food chain in the Philippines, taking over McDonald's. So that's a fun fact. And Philippines also has the largest underground river. So check it out if you'd like to visit the Philippines. Where is that underground river? So that's all. Thank you very much. Back to you, Rob and Lynn.
All right. Thank you, Mr. C. We appreciate that very much. We appreciate everybody telling us a little about themselves, and that's good stuff. Now, without further ado, I believe we're ready for questions from the panelists.
Yes.
Okay, now there are almost 70. There's 68, 69 of you here as attendees. Now, when you hear the question, go right to the chat. If you know the answer, that's fine. If you don't know the answer, guess. It's okay to guess. That's half the fun. So we're going to get kicked off right now, and I think we'll start with Mel, if we may.
And what we're going to do is stop the live stream.
Okay, I almost forgot, and fortunately, Chris did some hand signals, and I got an elbow from Lynn, so I knew it's time to go to Just OConnect. So
people on YouTube, Facebook, etc., come on over to OConnect. The link is there in the YouTube live chat. So pick it up there or from the back office as well, and come on over to OConnect so you can see the panelists and see the questioning and the answers. It's going to be fun.
How many YouTubers do we have, Miss Nakamoto?
Let me peek. We've got 51.
51, add 51 and 68. That's 129. Oh, yeah. No, it isn't 129. It's 100 and something 9. Well, there we go with Gorman's math. I'll tell you what. Thank goodness I'm not an astronaut, because we'd probably be in some deep doo-doo. All right. Without further ado, let's go to Mel for a question. Oh, but in 3, 2, 1, let's go to OConnect.
3, 2, 1.
I think I just got fired. I know I got fired. Oh, well, I get some time off. I like it. Go ahead, Mel.
Without pay. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I know it's without pay. That goes without saying.
Okay. In the ONPASSIVE back office, how you call it? In the ONPASSIVE, is it back office? No, no, I'm not getting paid. Okay. There's something posted from October 31st, 2023 about the role of blockchain in supply. The role of blockchain. What are the roles of the blockchain posted on October 31st, 2023? And that is in onpassive.com.
All right, so folks, go to onpassive.com if you want to check out the answer. about blockchain and
Yeah.
how it's affecting ONPASSIVE. Is that the question pretty much?
No, the role of blockchain. Yeah, it does two things.
Okay, so there are two things that blockchain does that affect ONPASSIVE. What are they? Is that better?
I don't think effects, not affects really, and it's pretty easy if you go to the unpassive.com.
Okay, go to onpassive.com, get the answer, and I'll just keep quiet.
It's okay, Rob. It's okay. It's posted on the 31st of October, 2023.
I don't even remember when that was. I mean, that's going way back for
I
me.
know.
So is that in the blog section, Mel?
Yes, it is in the blog section.
Right.
All right, carry us back to October 31st and check out the blog section.
And let's see if we got any responses yet from the crowd. All right. Oh, Sharon Whedon says, yes, Christy is on. Yet we have a lot of Filipino nurses in Toronto, Canada. That's interesting.
Good.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to the chat and let's see if we can get some answers here. There's still 68 there, and we have no idea on YouTube because we're not there anymore. All right, so let's see if we can get the numbers up just a tad, which is okay.
And Zinedine is here.
All right,
He
Zinedine.
says, it's been a while since I showed up. Miss you guys.
We miss you too, brother. I'm sure you've been busy with school and putting out that OConnect, and I'm sure you've been just jammed up. So that's good stuff. Thank you for being here.
And thank you very much. And the first reply to this question comes from Isabel Bailey. She says, higher data security. And Don Swihart says, decentralized ledger. So those are the two responses so far.
All right, come on now. Let's get some more responses. There's 68 of you out there.
I'm sure.
Somebody must know. Check out the blog, October 31st.
According to Sadananda, he says, in O-Verify by blockchain is more secure, more security.
All right. That's a good answer. Thank you for that. That came from Sadananda.
All right. Any more guesses or answers? Go for it, you guys. We'll wait a couple seconds more, and then we're going to get the answer from Mel. No replies.
To make it easier,
Mel said tolerance.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Mel.
To make it easier, what does blockchain revolutionize? There's two things. And it was posted on the 31st of October, 2023 at 2:30 p.m.
All right.
That's a good hint.
Yeah.
All right. Well, evidently the people with the correct answer are just holding back on us. So we'll go ahead and go back to Mel, and let's get the correct answer, Mel.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry to make it so hard. It seems, yeah. It's revolutionized transparency and traceability. That's all.
All right.
It's revolutionized transparency and traceability.
So I had to make it hard. That's great. That's great. No wonder I got fired. Jeez.
I made it
Well,
difficult. Sorry.
All right. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go to, let's see. Let's go to Chris Tiazone. Chris, have you got something you want to post up on the board, or are you just going to ask your question?
He's off camera right now.
All right. Like I said, we'll come back to Chris in a minute, and we can adapt. And let's go now to John Barilla. John, JB, the Tin Man.
A minute. Hold on.
You were unmuted, but you got muted again. Try it one more time.
Oh, okay. I think I'm all right now.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
having a heck of a time with my equipment. What can I say this evening? I barely got on here. At any rate, I think you can hear me. You can hear me?
Audible, sir.
We hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
You're
Yes.
audible.
No?
Yes, we can hear you.
We hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Good, good, good. Well, I have a toughie, but I'm gonna keep it simple. It seems like we're not having too many responses. Let's try to make it a little easier. Let me see. I got one ahead of my mind. Now there are two gentlemen. They're founders. They're leaders. The one is more known as a leader because of his presence in activities that he has had, but his brother, also a leader, they work together by every day they put out a daily inspiration, okay? And it's on YouTube and they post it every single day, twice on their YouTube channel. And both gentlemen post them. And who are those two guys? They're brothers. One does the poetry, which is what the daily inspiration is. The other reads it. He sings a little tune too. That might be a hit. Who are those two gentlemen? Or at least one of them is very well known.
Go ahead.
I'm unmuted again. Well, that was probably on purpose, but that's okay. That's okay. We heard you loud and clear.
Okay.
Okay. So the question was, there are two brothers, one famous, one maybe not quite as famous. One writes the inspiration, the other does song. How's that? Pretty good? And so let's see if anybody
also reads the inspirational poem.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but look at all the answers coming in. We got Greg Hill says Robert Tantulo.
You want to ask the question? I'm going to repeat the question. A couple of people asking.
Oh, I can repeat the question. Yes. Okay. There are two brothers who work together simultaneously within ONPASSIVE. One is well known, and the other for his music, and the other is well known for his poetry and his writing. So they work together, and we'd like to know who those two brothers are. So how's that, John? Pretty close?
That's great. And I'll be happy to see a lot of answers. That was my goal with the simple question.
All right. Dawn Swihart says Milo and Curtis. All right. Then Greg, let's see, couldn't hear the question. Isabel, did you hear it that time?
Greg said Robert Tantulo.
Robert Tantulo. Could be.
And Greg says Tim Johnson.
Could it be Tim? Could it be? And then Milo and Curtis from Mamodu. All right.
Mamodu Jalo says Milo and Curtis.
Thank you for that answer.
And Isabel says, I know one of the brothers. That is Milo.
Milo, okie dokie. And
Melanie Marcano says Milo and Curtis.
Milo and Curtis. Could it be them? I think.
Don't give the answer yet. And Zinedine chimes in on the last question and says decentralization, immutability, transparency, security, interoperability, and automated execution.
Wowza. All right. Good answer. And we've got Mel Marcano. Mel says Milo and Curtis. And Isabel said she heard. That's good stuff. And who is Curtis?
Isabel says, who is Curtis?
I'm going to let John give that answer. I know who Curtis is, but I'm not allowed to answer. So we'll wait for John.
Yeah.
Ananda says Milo and Curtis. And Pooja says a great salam alaikum for Sir Ash Mafara. Thank you for that. And did we forget to put the...
Yes, hard to read.
Don't.
That's okay, I can read it.
All right, very
now
good.
We can read much better.
All right. And Julie says, hi, beautiful people, much love. Okay, no answer there, but a nice statement. And Sarananda, as I mentioned 3 minutes ago, said Milo and Curtis, or Curtis and Milo. Let's see if there's any more answers before we go to the panel.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
I have this open that needs.
Okay.
No problem.
Well, I have the answer, and the answer is, of course, several people got it right. Milo Davis, Nashville Milo, known for his singing and his inspirational messages. Much of them are written by Curtis Davis, his brother, who creates most of the inspirational poetic messages. And then they broadcast them every day on two different the same channel, but they each put it under their own moniker, their own name. So that's Curtis and Milo. Milo's the more famous of the two, but Curtis is very active and involved in ONPASSIVE. He's just not as well known. So that's the answer. Nashville Milo and Curtis Davis.
All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Let's go to Mayur in India. Dr. Pharmacy, let us have a question about ONPASSIVE, please.
Hello. Good evening to all of you once again. My question is simple. Is about in an OES app, new update is there. Okay. So what is most important update by company doing in OES app?
So this question refers to the OES app. Am I right? Is that for the phone? Okay.
Yes.
What is the most important update in the OES app? Oh, that's a good question. Man, that's a good question. I'm not on my phone much, so I'm not going to be of any help to anybody. So even if I wanted to give a hint, I can't give a darn hint. All right. So if everybody heard the question, okay, very good. Okay, your question. Okay, could we have answers, please? In the OES, what is the most important update in the OES?
Is it the app?
In the app, I'm sorry. In the app, what's the most important update?
All right. No replies yet.
All right, no replies. We have a little bit of time. The ticker is ticking.
Melanie says, is it the CAPTCHA?
CAPTCHA. Could it be the CAPTCHA? Very interesting, Mel. And let's see. Recently an OES app, which is the most transparent update. All right.
It's the most important.
Yeah, most important update. And Greg Hill says, I have no idea. Well, I'm glad you came tonight, Greg. We're going to find out from Mayur in just a moment. And according to Sarananda, it's the OES CAPTCHA. And for those of you who don't know what a CAPTCHA is, should I explain that or no? The characters. Okay. As a second way to verify who you are and that you're a real person, a CAPTCHA is a box. It's like a rectangle, and it has either letters and or numbers, both uppercase and lowercase. And that's what a CAPTCHA is. So hopefully that was a little helpful there.
And we have
Pat Green says is that we can only pay with a card twice a day. For real?
Mayur, can you mute? There's a lot of feedback. When you're ready to speak, you can unmute. Thank you. So Patricia Green says, is it that we can only pay with a card twice a day? Momodu says, is the addition of the CAPTCHA to the payment and the registration? And John Barilla says CAPTCHA. So most people are saying CAPTCHA. And Isabel says, do you mean, is it the ticker message?
Could be. We got Miss Griffith. Willow says CAPTCHA.
Sadananda says, OES CAPTCHA explains vast description. And again, Willow says CAPTCHA. All right, we can go ahead and get the answer now from Mayur.
Mayur, let's have it.
Most of the people giving the right answer. It is CAPTCHA, which is alphanumeric, and all most of the people are giving right answer. So thanking you.
Thank you, sir. Good question, though. Good question. And given a little bit of clarification, I think that helped everybody with getting the right answer. Let's go to Francis Tay, the seafood, the master. The Singapore sling. Go ahead.
Oh,
You.
have you tried the Singapore sling?
Oh, I've had one. Yeah, it puts me right on the floor after two of them.
Can you don't speak so loud? I'm trying to invite people into Singapore. Recently, the company have given us the holiday discount. Recently, what actually is our OConnect original price per month? Number one, 93. Number two, 190. Number three, 125. What is the original price for our OConnect per month?
Per month, and it's being billed out quarterly, right?
Yeah, I say per month. Number one is 93. Number two is 190, and number three is 125.
Okay, Pat Green is the first to chime in, and she says it's 93. And we have Mayur saying 125. Melanie says 125. Momodu says 125 per month. Carmela says 125. And Sadananda says 93.
Good answers all. I think that's probably going to be it on the answers. Yes, I think that's it. Oh, there's a couple more answers. David Rosowski, the DR guy, says 125.
Wait, we missed one. Isabel Bailey says 125 before Dave.
125
Gregory Hill
per
says
month.
Gregory Hill says 125. Don Swihart 125. Angela Lalande 125. Sharon Whedon 125. And Emmanuel Onyeguli 125. Willow, whose other name is Valerie Griffith, says 125.
All right. Let's have the answer, Sifu.
Yeah, those who listen carefully, I did say per month, not per month. So 125 is the original price. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, and I'll make sure to butt out and let you finish the question next time.
Clover said 125. Christy Zahn says quarterly 375 divided by 3 months equals 125 per month.
All right, so the correct answer is 125 a month. It's now, I'm assuming no one's going to ask the question, but now it's 93. So it's a pretty good bargain at $93
For 3 months.
for 3 months. That makes it 31 a month. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, that's better than buy one get one free. Actually, better than a BOGO. All right. Let's go to Carmela. Come on, Carmela, give us a question.
Hello. My question is, after recording the webinar OConnect, where I find the recording?
Oh, you sneaky person, you with that question. That's a grand question because I think Sifu Francis answered that a couple of weeks ago. Good question. Once a OConnect is recorded, where do you find it? Where do you find it? Is that the correct question?
Where do you find the webinar recording?
Yes.
Yeah, and the long and short is, where do you find a webinar recording? Where in the OES do you find a webinar recording? Let's go to the attendee.
Waiting for a response. Nothing yet. Okay, Mayur says library section in OConnect.
All right, good answer.
Anything else? You find it in the library, says Nanda.
All right, that's another good answer.
Sina says in the OConnect library.
All right. And Gregory Hill says in the OConnect library.
Mel says it's library. It says library section in the OES. And Willow Valerie Griffin says your OConnect library. And Angela Lalande says library as well. And so does Momodu. In the library section, he says.
All right, all right, all right. Let's go back to Carmelo and let's
The answer is the recording will appear in the OConnect menu under library. The recording is kept in the system for up to 30 days. You can easily download the recording to your computer with the click of the button.
All right. Great question and a great answer. Thank you, Carmela. Wow. The questions are getting better every week, for sure. All right. Could I see the gallery view? And let's see if we should go to Pedro. Pedro, go ahead. Let's have your question, please.
There is one characteristic of ONPASSIVE that sets it apart from any other company, and it has two ways to describe it. What are the two ways or two characteristics that you will say ONPASSIVE has that sets it apart from other companies?
All right. What are the two characteristics that sets ONPASSIVE aside from all other digital IT companies? Would that be a pretty good paraphrase?
That's correct.
All right. Well, I'm 1 for 10 now. That's not too shabby. Just don't call me to bat in the World Series with that kind of batting average.
And here, Chris elaborates on the previous question. He says the OConnect recording is found in the dashboard, then the library section, then the meeting history, and then in the actions column.
All right. That's a very clear and concise answer. Thank you for that. All right. I think we have a consensus.
Okay, so Greg's answer is that OConnect cannot be sold by others. It cannot be sold. And Melanie says ONPASSIVE is grassroots and branded.
All right. That's a good answer. Anybody else? Come on down. Let's hear from you.
What are two characteristics that sets ONPASSIVE apart from other companies? Willow says profit sharing and privately owned. Tina says it's an AI company with SaaS, SaaS model.
All right. Thank you for that answer, Willow. Good answer.
Willow's answer was profit sharing and privately owned. Sina's answer is AI company with SaaS model.
Man, you're gonna have to crank that elbow up. Sorry.
Sadananda says only the principle of ONPASSIVE, right? And Patricia Green says a company with heart, and they're honest about the program and standing behind their word. Melanie says ONPASSIVE is humanitarian. Greg Hill says we only have proprietary products. And Emmanuel says from the heart and greed. And David Lavelle Jr. says, he says, hello, Greg Lakin. Any more answers?
Another good question.
Yeah, lots of good responses. Momodo says built with heart.
And
then I think he's good to continue his answer. Okay, last call for answers. Heart and integrity, says Don Swihart.
I like that. I like those two things. Mm-hmm. AI with heart, Roberto Rioja says. Buenas noches, sir.
All right, I think we're good now. Let's go ahead and get the answer from Pedro.
Go ahead, Pedro.
I really love the way that the question probed the feelings of everyone. Is AI with heart sets it apart from any other company. And another description is that he has the customer in mind when he creates solutions. So that's a characteristic that no other company has, but because they have money is the first, is the most important for them. So ONPASSIVE sets itself apart by creating solutions with AI at heart.
Very good, Pedro. That's another excellent question. All right, let me take a look at the gallery. Let's make sure that we're getting to each and every one of you. Mel had a question. Pedro, we didn't do Chris. We did Mayur. We did John Barilla. Greg, did we do a question with you yet or no?
We did.
And I know we didn't do one with Chris. Okay, I just want to make sure I had it right. Go ahead, Greg, please.
Okay, I'm muted. Okay, so my question that I have has to do with OTracker. And the reason I ask the question is because I make GIFs, as Lynn would say, or GIFs, which they are actually graphics interface format. So, I mean, interchange format. So, and when you make those things, OTracker is going to tell me a lot because of how I make these things. It's going to show me a lot of interesting things. So, anyway, the question I have is actually two questions in one, but I'll just ask one question, and then if you want me to ask the second one, we can. So the first question is, how many heat maps are there in OTracker?
Whoa, not even the product's not even on the street, and he's asking a good question.
How many types of heat maps? Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
All right. How many types of heat maps?
Or in OTracker. Okay, the question on the floor from Mr. Hill is how many heat types are there in OTracker?
How many types of heat maps are there
That's
in
what I meant.
OTracker?
Okay. My paraphrasing is leaving a little bit to be desired.
Okay. Got a lot of helpers. Melanie says 7. John Burles says 4. And Willow says, don't have a clue.
You're going to get a clue in just a minute from Mr. Gregory.
And Sarananda says, seems to be 4.
All right, all right, all right.
Let's see if give them a couple more seconds. We got
Isabel says 6. Clover Kelly says 4. Cuatro.
All right. Any more guesses? Don Swihart says 4.
Good stuff.
Got it? Okay, let's go for the answer then.
Okay, well, the answer is 4. John, you got it right. A lot of people got it right.
Did you write down the types? Because people might want to know what the 4 types
So
are.
these are the 4 types of heat maps that are in OTracker that are going to be very useful if you're a marketer. Now, I'm not really a marketer, but I am a marketer, and I enjoy learning more about it as I go along. So the 4 types are called click maps, scroll maps, mouse movement maps, and attention maps. Now, each one of these maps do different things. And so if you go to the blog and you search, then you can find out yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you and read them, but I like to go to the blog and check it out. So,
that's how we learn.
Yeah.
And they're really powerful, especially for the things I do with GIFs. I can't wait to see it and be able to look and see because what I do, as you know, the way I place things on these GIFs, how it attracts your attention, and how long does it keep you focused on this thing? How they do a lot of interesting things. How far you scroll down, how you use your mouse. So there's a lot of information there that you can use in your marketing skills if you're trying to grow them. That's all.
All right. And Chris says, wow, I'm learning from Greg's Q&A piece.
Good stuff,
Nice
Greg. Good
one.
stuff. And
Yeah.
that he tied that right into the things he's doing with the gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's very good.
We're rolling now. John has his hand up. Did you want to say something before we
I
go
was
to?
going to say, I was the first to put in the correct answer, and my evil twin did not steal it from Frank Rowe or any of the usual suspects. Just wanted to bring that up. Answered it on my own.
Oh, thank you so much for that.
Oh,
All right, I
John,
feel better now. Thanks, John. All
thank you.
right, man. Oh man, we are still staying strong at roughly 68. Not bad. That's a good night for us
Yeah.
on Q&A.
People are enjoying themselves. They're not leaving. That's a good sign.
All right. Let's now go to the captain himself, the guy with a magic microphone, the guy with the videos, the guy from the Philippines where there's 7,600 plus islands. Chris T.
Hi everyone. Again, like to share my screen through the um, screen share button, which co-host and host have, and I'm choosing the Chrome tab option, and I'm clicking the one that I'm gonna share, and here it goes. Um, so it's blogging benefits that you can't to miss out on. Fill in the blank. So this is part one of three. Listen carefully. One benefit is boost blank presence. What is the blank there? A, urban. B, rural. Like boost rural presence, boost urban. So C, social. Okay, I have 10 seconds.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Oh, Don doesn't have sound. Do we have to explain how to get sound on that one? Attendees got to click unmute, right? I mean, the sound button, Chris.
Yes, of course, they have to do that. We forgot to mention because we're sharing screen. Whatever we are presenting, they have to unmute.
Okay. We can write that in the chat later, so Don knows. Okay, where are we now? Mel says C. So does Gregory and Isabel. John says, oh, what is that? I think that's coming from Greg. I'm going to mute you if you don't mind. Okay, so we got, where was I? Hold on 1 second, you guys. All right.
John says,
Carmela says, yeah, John said social, which is also C. Carmela says C. These are the folks that said C. That's Sina, Fu, Seth, Sarananda, Angela Leland, Pat Green, Clover Kelly, Carmela Schwartz. All said C, as also Sharon Whedon said C.
Weed in my garden says C. All right.
Mhm.
All right. All right. All right. All right, Chris.
Yeah, so
That's
of
the answer,
course,
buddy.
it is the social, of course. So next one, this is part two now. The next slide, fill in the blanks. So blogging benefits that you can to miss out on. Increased blank. Increased blank. What is it? A, gimmickry. B, victory. C, visibility. Okay, what that those are the options. 10 seconds.
All right, let's look at that. Okay. Greg says C. Hold on, it's flying by. Greg says Greg Hill says C. Melanie says C. John Barilla says visibility, which is C. Isabel Bailey says C. Okay, these are the folks that said C is in cat. Angela Leland, Sina, Sharon Whedon, my Afu Seth, Sadananda Das, Pat Green, Michael Chata, Roberto Riojas, Clover Kelly, Momodu Jalo, Emmanuel Onyeguli, and Pedro, Emmanuel says A, gimmick tree, and Pedro says B, which is victory. All right, we're ready for the answer.
Well, let's go back to the microphone guy. Go ahead, Chris.
Yes, next slide is the answer is visibility. Of course, yeah. It's we're talking about social media. Okay, so that's the proper term. Proper term is visibility, not gimmickry. Okay. So number three of this is the last one. One of the benefits of blogging, you can't miss out. So get ready. Broader audience blank. What is the blank there? Options are A, rich, B, Reich, C, reach. Okay, 10 seconds.
And here we go. Mel says C, Greg says C. Tina says C. No, Tina says A. Hold on. Jumping. Tina says A. John Barilla C. Isabel C. Momodu A. He says reach, but he said A, so I think he means reach. Angela says C. So does Pat Green and Sina, and as well as Michael Chata, Sharon Whedon, Mayur, and Roberto Riojas all said C. Sadananda says A. Emmanuel says reach or C. Clover says C. So does Tanya Hennard, and Pedro and Sharon Ku and Afu Seth. So the majority have said C.
Oh, I wonder why Rosina said A. I saw her react on the Facebook post. So anyway, it's a C, reach, broader audience reach. Okay,
Yeah, her
so
last response was C.
all right, she changed it. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the Facebook post as of November 19. Curious about the perks of blogging? ONET is the gateway to unraveling the benefits and elevating your online presence. Start your blogging journey today. So go to your uh, individual, yeah, on passive links, my affiliate links of your inviter. So here, so yeah, here is the four pictures in one in which is found in Facebook. So thank you for your participation.
Thank you very much, Chris. Those were, as usual, very good questions and a very good uh, visual there. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Okay, I think that got everybody in round one. It's now, I'll come to you in just a second, John. I see you with your hand up. Just a moment. We've done round one and we're already at nine what?
9:32.
9:32. All right. You want to do another round, or do we want to invite people to come to the panel? What's your?
I think we can invite people to the panel, and we can still do the questioning while they're on the panel. I don't see any harm in
Yeah, that's a
both,
good idea.
right? Okay, so that'll save us some time. So we're gonna switch now to community time, but we're gonna have fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the ticker, and this is again a ticker by Michael Chata. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Here we go. So here are the instructions to come to if you would like to be a speaker. I'm going to enable the speaker request option right now. As a host, I have that option.
It is enabled.
So now what you do is click the person icon that appears on the bottom of your panel. It's a person with little sound waves around
Waves
it.
around.
You click on it. That will tell me that you want to be a speaker. I will see it like I do right now. I see that Pat Green has requested, and I have the option to decline or accept. So of course I'm going to accept. So here she comes. You'll see how fast she appears.
Watch how fast Pat appears. 1001.
There she is.
What? All right. Mayur's got his hand up. Go ahead, Mayur. Do you have to leave for work?
Don't forget John.
I won't. Go ahead, Mayur.
Go ahead, Mayur.
Are you off to the pharmacy? Okay.
Sir, audible to all of you?
Yes, very audible.
Yes.
Just leaving for the webinar. I'm just something say about 2 minutes.
Sure.
In live session, I'm not talking about that facts and all that. So some 2 minutes for me. Yeah, okay. There is about India. Varanasi is a place. It is 5,000 years old place in the world. It is one of that. In Maharashtra, Shani Shingnapur is there. It is a holy place, but there is no doors at any home. There is no doors to the. Hello.
Yes. Oh, we can hear
Go
you.
ahead.
And India's first rocket is all about the ISRO. ISRO is there. So ISRO first rocket of India transported by bicycle. Okay, got it. In 1963, ISRO launched first ever rocket from Church in Tumba. India is the world largest milk producer. Second one is there is a holy festival, Kumbh Mela is there in Uttar Pradesh, in Uttar Pradesh state. So in every 12 years there is a Kumbh Mela, and it is shown from the satellite. Satellite image is there. I will provide to Lynn ma'am. So
Okay.
there are some, and Jammu and Kashmir. You all may know about this. This place is Jammu and Kashmir. There is world highest rail bridge in Jammu. Is coming in some days. So it will be built by Konkan Railway. Uh, and one more thing is that in Switzerland, uh, Dr. Abdul Kalam is visited in 2006, and that day is they Switzerland people called as Science Day for in their country. Okay, so that's all about that. So thank you, and I will be leaving for my for pharmacy. Thanks a lot, Lynn ma'am, and all panelists.
Good stuff. Thank you, Mayur, very much.
Thank you.
All right. I see some people are joining the panel. Can I
Oh.
switch chairs, or
Yeah.
just go to my computer? What do you prefer?
We can switch chairs. I'll sit here
All right.
next to you.
All right. Let me get the other chair.
Okay.
I have to go.
All right.
Little
So let's continue. If anybody has questions you guys want to ask, wait, let me go look at the panel request. I just see there's 3 now. All right. Pat Green, Greg Lakin, and Sharon Whedon. They're coming in. Okay, we're gonna go to John now. Go ahead, John. Welcome to everybody who joined the panel just now. Welcome. Go ahead, John. Oh, he's trying to unmute.
There it goes. Boy, I'll tell you, you talk about issues. I don't know if you noticed, Lynn, but at one point I froze up on my computer over there, and it didn't look like it was going to come back. It was a long time, and I didn't even know whether you guys had come to me for another question or not. I finally just said, let me try my phone one more time, even though it wasn't working. And sure enough, after a couple of tries, I get on my phone. I close down the computer. I'm very resourceful and lucky tonight because I'm having a heck of a time. Anyway, I'm back on here on my phone now, and I just have, if you permit me to ask, I have another question, if I'm allowed to go ahead with another question.
Go for it.
Okay, and I'm going to keep it simple, because I don't know, I had a tough one, but I like to just, it seems like it's more fun if we have more simple questions sometimes. So anyway, here's my question, folks. Now, our latest website has a festive Christmas atmosphere, and it has a Christmas time theme, and we see Santa's sleigh zip along the bottom. It's so neat, animated, just zips along the bottom in the wintry scene. But in this wonderful Christmas theme wintry scene, Santa zips along his sleigh as he goes across. Something is missing. My question is, what is missing from the Christmas wintry scene? What is it? What's missing?
I don't know. I saw Santa go, but I didn't notice anything missing. But I'm not the most observant person. I guess I'm not, because I didn't notice anything. Did anybody notice anything? Okay, let's look at the chat. All right. I think the first answer, wait, I want to scroll up just to make sure. All right, the first answer comes from Mel. Mel says the presents. Greg Hill says reindeer. Greg Hill says bad spelling. He spelled reindeer incorrectly. That's fine. We knew what you meant. Pat Green says reindeer. And Don Swihart says reindeer. Sina says Christmas tree and stars. Isabel says the lights on the tree. And we have Sina agreeing with Patricia Green's response of reindeer. David Rosowski, hi. He says snowman, Rudolph, a couple reindeer, Christmas star. Henry Horn says Rudolph is missing. Any more guesses? Keep them coming. I forgot to release the chat too. I had it on the hold. Okay. I think Henry Horn said Rudolph, and then Isabel Bailey says there are 4 reindeer. Emmanuel Onyeguli says, Rob, please remember the call. Thank you, sir. And Clover Kelly says reindeer. I think that's it for guesses.
Okay. Wait, that was kind of fun because Dave Rosowski, if you want to get to the point of like seeing more than one thing, he had several things that if you want to say there's no lights on the tree, there's no, he had several things which, yes, they're not there. But also I'm very happy to see that a lot of people just said reindeer, but the people who said Rudolph, you really got it right, because there may not be the exact number of all the reindeer we know, but there were reindeer, but no Rudolph. So as long as you said Rudolph, that was enough. Dave had almost everything, but Rudolph is missing. And I asked it mainly because I sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer the other night. So Rudolph's not on the sleigh. He's not leading the sleigh.
Very interesting. All right, thank you for that. That's a fun question. All right, anybody who is, oh wait, hold on. Somebody's coming to the panel. Don's coming down to the panel. So again, anybody want to come to the panel? You want to be on community time? All you have to do is click the speaker request button, which appears on the bottom of the screen.
You want me to get something for the phone?
All right.
Okay.
We got now Carmela with her hand raised. Go ahead, Carmela.
I have a question. What is special in OConnect that you can't find in other similar tools?
So what is found in OConnect that you cannot find in similar tools or platforms? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Wow. I'm 2 for 11, not too shabby. All right. So are you keeping track of the answers? Or I am, or what are we doing?
Well, you just started a new question.
Yes, we did. Okay, I'm keeping track. I just don't know where to look for the answers.
Open the chat to see what.
Oh, open the chat. See, I need a little bit of training here. As you can see, I'm still in training pants. Hang on one second. We're going to open the chatteroo here. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let's scroll up and see what we got. It looks like, all right. It looks like we're there. First off, we have David Rozowski says resound. Isabel Bailey says translating. And remember, this is things that other platforms don't have, if I'm paraphrasing that correctly. And okay, Greg, I got you. You're heading out to dinner? No problem. Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate you. All right. So that takes care of dinner. Oh, no, that's Greg for the evening. Animated. Oh, goodness, Robert. Animated emojis, teleprompter. That was by Michael Chatta. Good answer. David Rozowski throws in there. And he threw in the animated emoji. And then Mel Marcano, double Mel, says prompter. And Isabel Bailey says translating. Ooh, Nelly. All right. Now we're getting some more answers here. And let's see here. David says whiteboard. Push a link by John Barilla. And Chris Tiazone says video, ultra high definition video that is 4K capable. Then we're going to 8K. Ooh, I forgot about that. That is an excellent answer, if I do say so myself. Woohoo! Doggies, that's a good answer, Chris. All right, let's see what else we got. And I'm probably going the wrong way, it looks like. Yay, I am going the wrong way. So let's go back to the bottom. All right. The inviter speaker icon. The invite speaker icon, the latest as we use tonight. Oh, Mel. Oh, that wasn't Mel. Was that Mel? Oh, yeah, it was. That was Mel. And Pedro says resounds. And David Rozowski chiming in. We're going to have a lot of these, I think, that are, we're the only ones with them. Let's see. Mel says the invite speaker icon. Thing at the bottom on the back. Pedro says resounds. David Rozowski says recorded webinar and chat saving. Oh, man. There's more to this OConnect stuff than meets the eye, guys. There's no doubt about it. Pat Green says resound. And John Barilla says chat savings. So Mamodu had said the invite speaker. Resounds by Pat. Just making sure I didn't miss him. Pedro said resound. Pat also said resound. Mute if you're not speaking, please. Thank you, Henry. Henry Horn with that bit of advice. So let's see who is got an open mic. It looks like Greg Lakin. Thank you, Greg. All right. So that should do that. And we'll come back to you, Greg, if you have an answer that you'd like to speak about. And John Barilla took the easy way out and said lots of stuff. And our friend Al Praber was here, and he says thanks to RobLynnLive and everyone for their wishes and prayers. He's got to step away. Thank you for being here, Al. We weren't expecting you to come tonight, but thank you. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Let's see. Isabel Bailey says, we have good stuff the others don't have. Well, that's true. That's true. And Michael Chatta says, so many wonderful features. And, oh, look at this. Pedro, you're right on with that. Streaming to YouTube. Streaming to YouTube. So if I was to go looking for a platform to use, why would I choose one of the others when OConnect's got all this? Makes no sense. Could I get a little clarification on that from you panelists, or does anybody agree, or am I going down the toilet here tonight? Which it sounds like I am. All right. Streaming to YouTube was Pedro. So I think we've got all the answers. Who asked that question? I wasn't sitting for that. Who asked that question?
Me.
Please. Oh, Carmela Schwartz?
Yes, and you missed one thing. We have two hosts.
Yes.
I can.
No one have it.
Right. All right. Well, that's a good one too. So that was Carmela's question. Excellent question, and we got it. I think every answer we got is true. You know, I don't know anybody else that's in that business that's got any of that stuff. Does anybody here on the panel? I mean, the sky's the limit here with ONPASSIVE. All right. Well, thank you for that. Anyone else have a question they want to throw out there? Did I miss any hands? Wait a minute. No missed hands. Whoop! Pedro, I almost missed his hand. Go ahead, Pedro. Unmute and talk to us.
What important role can all ONPASSIVians play in the constant development of ONPASSIVE?
Ooh, that's a deep one there. Okay, so what important role can ONPASSIVians play in the development, if I got this right, Pedro, of ONPASSIVE?
The constant development, yeah.
The constant development of ONPASSIVE. All right, let's go to the chat. And well, there's a couple other answers from before. Let's go over those. Beta testing feedback, real-time polling, and beta testing feedback. All right. Okay, so that got all the answers from the last question. And now we're here for Pedro. Pedro, would you repeat the question, please?
Yes. What important role can all ONPASSIVians play in the constant development of ONPASSIVE?
All right. So what important role can ONPASSIVians play in the constant development moving forward of ONPASSIVE? I think I got it right that time, Pedro. Let's take a look. Let's go to the chat and let's have some answers. Let's go up. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Michael Chatta says beta testing feedback for Pedro's question. All right, beta testing feedback. That was from Michael Chatta. And Pat Green says testing the features and making suggestions of what we would like to have. And Sharon Whedon from Whedon My Garden says teamwork. And Mel says spread the word through social media and word of mouth. And David Rozovsky says keep in touch with positive feedback to help. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. And Charlie Ellis. All right, Charlie says promote, and promote. Excellent answer. And that's Michael Chat again. Mamodu says being positive, staying engaged, beta testing, and giving feedback. Ooh. The answers are getting a little deeper here, Pedro. They're getting more intense. John Barilla says beta testing and referrals. And let's see. Pat Green says testing the features and making suggestions of what we would like to have. Ooh. And Mel says spread the word through social media and word of mouth. And there's David again saying keep in touch with positive feedback. Angela Lalande says beta testing. Isabel Bailey says beta testing. We are the testers. Good answer. And Sina says spread ONPASSIVE in social media, which she is the queen of. She's very good at doing that. And let's see what else we have. Charlie Ellis says engage consistently. And Rhonda says share free products. Rhonda said that. And then stay current with the latest according to a manual. And Mamodu says being positive, staying engaged, beta testing, and feedback. John Barilla says beta testing and referrals. Charlie Ellis Jr. says promote. And let's see, I think that covers it all. Pedro, could we have, and Isabel, to remind us all, we are the testers. That's true. All right. Could we have the answer, please?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone showed that they are true ONPASSIVians. I had 5 different things. Share is one. Sharing is one. Beta testing is another one. Log in every day is another one. And stay informed, just like all the answers were covered. Stay engaged by logging in and attending webinars as much as you can to have the updated information to be able to share it. Very good. Everyone proved to be an ONPASSIVian.
Very good, Pedro. Wow. We are glad you guys are on the panel. Good stuff all the way around. Okay, could we have, and we have a hand up from Greg Lakin. Greg, go ahead. Unmute. You're buffering. If you don't mind, see if you can refresh. Give it one of these. Refresh. Try that if you would, please, Greg. All right. Do I see any other hands raised? Does anyone on the original panel have any other questions they'd like to pose? All right. I take that as a no. And that's Greg with his hand up, but he can't seem to stop buffering for the moment. And let me check what's going on here. Oh, Mel. You know, if I wouldn't have blocked my own face, I would have seen you there. Let's go this direction now.
Yeah,
right.
I was trying to.
Let's do this. Let's get rid of the chat for the moment. Go ahead, Mel.
Yeah, I was putting up my physical hand as well as my other hand, but you were not seeing. It's okay. Just an easy question. Something we should know actually. We can get to the to OConnect by way of 2 main or major apps. Which are those? Which are the 2 apps? Or what are their names?
We can get to OConnect in 2 ways. What are the 2 apps that will get you to the OES? Ooh. All right. John, did you have a question or did you want to answer that question?
I was just going to go with another question before I had my hand up for a while when you asked for that. But, I'll just wait until you have time for the next question.
I'll be back. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go to the chat. I'm getting it Auntie Lynn. I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. Let's go up here. Oh, let's see. Okay, here's an answer from Isabel. She says mobile and computer. And Patricia Mayberry says, gotta go. Good night to all. Good night to you, Miss Mayberry. Okay, so Isabel had an answer of mobile and computer. Okay, and let's see who else has an answer. Okay, here's David Rosowski. He says the OConnect app, and that you'll find in, did he say OES? Let me see. OConnect app logging into your OES. And Sina says OConnect and OES. And David Rosowski there again with OConnect and OES. And let's see.
Sorry, did I say mobile app?
You did.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Is that what you meant?
Mobile, yes.
Mobile app, okay. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. I think that's all the answers we have, to tell you the truth. And that's it. Okay, go ahead with your answer, Mel.
So Google Play, and the App Store.
I knew that one, but I was told to shushki.
Yeah.
All right. So Google Play Store and the OES Apple app store. All right. Oh yeah, that would make sense since all we have is Google and Apple. So away you go. Good stuff. Good stuff, Mel. All right, Mr. Barilla, go ahead and unmute and fire away with your question, brother.
Okay. I mentioned this, I think last week I mentioned something. It's a new well, not new. It's it's a type of AI. So I would like to know, and I'll give you a definition. Blank AI is a type of artificial intelligence technology that can produce various types of content, including text, imagery, audio, and synthetic data. And I'll even give you 3 examples. That would be Chat GPT and Bard and DAL-E. Those are 3 types of this AI. So it's blank AI. What is it?
All right. And we've got an answer coming in from Swihart and McConaughey. Go ahead, lady and gentlemen.
That's regenerative or artificial intelligence. Regenerative.
Oh, you were tuned in. He got it. And according to Michael Chatta, generative AI. Okay. Seems like we're on the right track there for sure, John. Let me see in the chat if we've got any more folks with an answer to that. And looks like no, that was it. Generative or regenerative AI. That's pretty high-tech stuff, isn't it, DL? I mean, it wasn't like that when I signed on back in the 60s in high school. Those kind of terms weren't there. Regenerative just meant, you had 2 frogs that regenerated.
Yeah. But that's the correct answer, of course. And so right away we got a couple of them right off the bat. I was wondering if anybody was going to remember that I actually talked about that last week. And I think that ONPASSIVE will probably, more than likely, some of the future products are probably going to be very much using generative or regenerative AI.
That's for sure. And if if you watch television or if you watch the news on television, you're going to notice more and more that, and on the business networks especially, the talk of the town is AI. The talk of
Exactly.
the town is big data.
Yeah.
Big data.
And they actually say that, for example, in my business, it is going to improve things. For example, like dubbing in such in movies and television. In making the dialogue, if they have to correct things or make something sound right that didn't, then it's actually going to be affecting that. A lot of things. I mean, it's going to be a lot of things that we use.
And that drives me right back to this point that AI is not going to eliminate jobs. It's going to help create jobs. I don't think there's any doubt about it. There's just too much to this AI ball of wax, Now we got regenerative AI. We got AI with machine learning. I mean, it's just like it's right here in front of us right now. Go ahead, DL or Dawn, your hand's raised.
Okay, there we go. Can you hear me now, John?
We can both hear you.
Okay. I want to go back to that previous question that Francis, I believe it's Francis, had about the 5 things about the websites. The SEO in particular, when you log into ONPASSIVE, the main site, you're building that a relevance score for the ONPASSIVE website itself. So that's another way that you can certainly help the company overall, is to build that relevance score.
So it's the algorithm, I think, is what you're getting at. It increases with every click, basically, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly right. It's basically hyper SEO, so to speak. But yes.
Or SEO on steroids, as they might say, as my kids might say.
Sometimes I get tongue twisted, but yeah, that's exactly right, Rob. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, brother. Thank you. We appreciate you guys hopping in there. I've got to move the chat again so I don't miss somebody who's got their hand up. And that was Dawn. Okay, is that it on the hands? I think it is. Did anybody from the panel or anybody out there that are on the panel now want to pose a question to everybody? We're open to any and all questions. And there's enough experts here that can probably answer that question, whatever you might be thinking. We still have 55 in the chat. Lynn amazes me how she puts this together. And so many people stay because there's always something to be learned. And it seems like when we get into this community chat, a lot of the learning comes from that. Not from me, reading from a teleprompter on stuff I've researched. It comes from us interacting, and that's good stuff. Good stuff. Pat Green, you're still buffering. I assumed you tried to refresh, and you're still refreshing. So do we have anybody else, or did we want to wrap up tonight? What's everybody's feelings? All right, we got Chris Tiazone with a hand raised. Go ahead, doctor.
Thank you very much. Earlier, my Chrome browser is really reloading, buffering. So I finally decided to switch over to Microsoft Edge browser, and it's working fine. So I guess the tech team are somehow the system is updating in my region. That's my thoughts. I'd like to share my last slides that I prepared, and it's for everyone. Perhaps the one who are in the panel can answer right away. Here it is. I'm gonna share my screen, which the host and co-host would have. The screen share rather screen share is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 the ninth button from the left. So I'm clicking here that and choosing the Microsoft Edge tab, and I'm gonna click the share button, which I only see. That's why I'm describing it for everyone. And it's here already. I'm gonna maximize the app, the Canva app that I'm presenting, and here it is. The C's of OConnect stands for fill in the blank.
C for OConnect stands for. Let's see how many C's there are. You got C to begin with, and you got C
Okay.
towards the end. So you got two C's there.
Yeah, communication is the first one.
Okay.
The next one is collaboration. The next
Collaboration.
one is connection. The fourth one is combination. And the last one is fill in the blank.
I knew you
Option.
were going to come up with that.
The option is cancellation. B, calibration. Or letter C, completion. Okay, 10 seconds, guys. Anyone from the panel can unmute.
Cancellation, collaboration, completion.
You know, this is
Any
just for
ideas,
fun.
panelists?
I put
Well,
in the wrong
let's go to
answers
the
there.
chat and let's see what we got there. We got a few answers.
I don't know. I'm guessing collaboration, maybe, Chris.
No, you know
The
what?
collaboration is mentioned already, and
Yeah, I accidentally typed in collaboration. I meant calibration.
That's what I meant.
All right, well, John, you're right on. It looks like your evil twin and you have come on to something because
He's messing around, I think. But I meant to have calibration B, and he put collaboration in.
right. Well, it's actually calibration. That's B from Sharon Koo. Eileen Cowell says B, which would also be calibration. Charlie Ellis says C as in Charlie, completion. And Clover Kelly is going along with what Charlie says and saying C as in completion. All right, let's scroll up. Let's see what else we got. More answers here. We got Isabel Bailey says calibration. And Cena says B, calibration. And John Barilla says collaboration. And let's see. C by Sharon, C by Patricia Green. And Charlie Ellis says, I just love RobLynn. Good stuff always. Well, thanks, brother. You're very kind to watch in from Mississippi, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, there was Sharon. Let's continue to scroll. Isabel Bailey, C. Cena B. John Buddy, yes, is collaboration.
How many times are you going to say that? I did it wrong here. That's 3 times now.
Well, I want to make sure the world knows that you got the wrong answer. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know why, John. I'm in a daze, man. Lack of sleep, I think, tonight. Pat Green says C is in Charlie. And I'm going to skip over John Barilla and go to Angela. And go to Clover, says C is in Charlie. Melanie says C is in Charlie. Michael Chatta says C as in completion. Am I on the right question? I think I am.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
good to know. Lucky.
Yeah.
Melanie Marcano says completion, as does Michael Chatta. And let's see. I think that was it. Yeah. Charlie and Eileen and Clover well, Charlie and Clover said C, and Eileen says B as in Bravo. Sharon Koo says B as in Bravo. Bravo. And Isabel says C, Charlie. Cena says B. John Barilla had no answer. No, he had an answer, but I'm not repeating it. Angela Loland said C. And Pedro said C. It looks like C gets the nod here, folks. What say you out there in Radio Land?
Yes, it makes sense. Of course, letter C. I wonder why calibration is there if you talk about cars or anything else electronic. But I just place it there just to invent things, just to sound alike, just to test and see if they know what the words would be. So
Yeah.
of course the answer is completion. I cannot defend
Indeed.
how I cannot reason out how, because the Facebook post just says completion. So those are the C's of OConnect: communication, collaboration, connection, combination, and lastly is the completion.
All
So
right.
this
All
is the
right. All right.
Facebook post. Dig into the essence of OConnect. Discover what the C's in OConnect stands for. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Captain Chris. All right. It looks like we have Mr. Barilla who has his hand raised.
Yeah, I was going to say, so both my evil twin and myself got it wrong, so we're both boobs. But I was just going to say, if you have time for a song before we wrap up, just let me know. I have one that I could do. But it's just whether you have time or whether you want to do it tonight. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Well, I think we've been here 2.5 hours, just about. I think that would be okay. Is that okay? Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to Dawn. Go ahead, Dawn.
Yes, I just got a general update for anybody that uses Chrome. Chris reminded me of this when he said he switched over to Edge, but Chrome has an update to it. When you first log into the Chrome window, up at the top right, there's three dots there. You need to click on those three dots, go on down to settings, and when you click on settings, you'll get a list that opens up on the far left. When you get that list, you go down to the bottom of the list, and you have an option there that says About Chrome. When you hit About Chrome, Chrome should automatically update. If it says it's updated already, you don't need to do anything. But if it starts updating, you'll have a percentage that is updated. Usually it stops about around 89% or so. When that happens, you need to hit what's called relaunch. When you hit relaunch, that will relaunch Chrome again. It'd be like a reboot, basically. So you need to keep that updated for sure, because that's very important, actually.
Well, actually, I think that's why I'm having a problem, because there's something new that they have that has something to do with security, that it's been giving me a signal saying, like, this site cannot give a secure connection or something like that. And I had gone in there to look to see what I had to do. I thought I took care of it, but tonight I was having trouble again. But now all of a sudden I'm back in, so I may have done the right thing. But you're right. You do have to go in there and check the updates, because it is in there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd recommend anybody that's using Chrome to check at least once a week. Again, go up to the three dots, come down to your settings, click it. You'll open up a list on the far left. Go down to the bottom of it. It says About Chrome. And once you click on that, it'll say either it's updated or it's starting to update. If it's starting to update, then just let it go, and you'll have a prompt that comes up that says relaunch. And if you see the relaunch, just hit it and it'll update it, and you'll be fine. But that's what you need to do.
Good information.
Good advice there for sure. So thank you for that, DL. Thank you for your input, John.
Yeah.
Let's see. Other hands up. John, did you want to go again? Other than sing?
No, I was just saying. I'm just waiting to see whether you want. My hand, I should have lowered it. Just in case. Just let me know if you want me to sing when we're done with every folks want to talk.
Okay. Well, all the hands are down. Francis K, did you want to say anything else before we go on to a song?
We have another Q&A session in 45 minutes. The link is in the back office. If you have a burning question, you can come over next door. The OES lunch at 12. 45 minutes time.
All right, you beat me to the punch there, Sifu, but that's cool. That's cool. Let's go to Sharon Whedon from Whedon My Garden.
Hey guys, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Sharon Whedon from Canada. Hi, Chris. I just wanted to let you know, we were talking about Filipino nurses. We have a huge Filipino community in Toronto, and I do a lot of theater plays and stuff for the Filipino community. And I have like some plays that we had. One was called Grandma, but it was in Philippine. I can't remember for the life of me how do you say it. How do you say grandma?
Chris.
Chris, are you with us? Anyways,
try grandpa first.
anyways, we have like a huge community. We have like a one-man show that was doing a show about a Filipino mom coming from Vietnam, and she had Vietnamese as a boy. And it was a one-man show, and it was so funny because his mom didn't speak English, and so he had to like talk to everybody and talk to like the landlord and stuff. It's it was a great film. But what I was getting at is earlier today you were talking about Filipino nurses. I think maybe it was a question or something. I don't know, on when we were on YouTube. And I just want you to know that yes, Filipino food right next door to my mom. She lived with I pretty much grew up. My baby sister grew up with a family right next door, and I love the food, especially the barbecue. Anyways, I don't know if Chris is listening to this.
Yes, yes, I heard it. On the background, I was attending to someone is shouting, "Ayo,
It's okay. You
ayo."
do you do. You do
Ayo
you
means
do.
person. We're knocking at the door. Ayo. So I just yeah. Nice
Yeah, I know.
family. Yeah, out there, Filipino family.
Yeah, no, the art scene is really good. Is what I was trying to get at, mentioning all these different plays that we have in Toronto. Like we have a huge art scene for like a lot of plays and stuff, and dance and music and stuff. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway,
Everywhere. They're even in
there's
the Middle
nothing
East.
more I wanted to say, but I forgot.
That's okay. If it comes to, we're going to we'll take one more group shot if you guys don't mind.
I don't think I took any. I
Hey,
didn't take
oh,
any.
not since we brought people to the panel. No.
We didn't take any today for this show.
Oh,
Nothing yet.
I stand corrected.
All right.
Sergeant at Arms, get rid of Gorman. Sergeant at Arms in the house,
Oh,
please.
is Pat Green buffering and Carmela? Do you guys see them both buffering?
They're buffering.
Oh. They probably can't hear me speaking. I want to tell them to refresh. Can we tell them via the chat? Can somebody write in the chat?
Can they see?
Somebody said that. Who is that? Oh no, Pat and Carmela. Pat, stop buffering.
All right, Pat, turn that camera on so we can get a picture.
There she goes again. There she
is.
All right, now Carmela.
Carmela.
Are you refreshing Carmela? Give it one of these.
I hope. Carmela.
Carmela, fire. Fire, Carmela.
Okay, so maybe she'll come back in a little bit, but right now, go ahead and do the screenshot.
All right, we'll do a screenshot.
Okay.
Get close to Pedro's nighttime, so take a picture.
All right, everybody to do your usual smiles and expressions and all that on your faces, movement and stuff. I'm going to count to 3. Are you guys ready? For some reason, DL and Don, you're blurry.
I think it's our computer. Laptop.
Oh, okay, cannot help then, huh?
I don't know.
No problem, we understand. All right, we're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see how it came out. What happened to Chris?
He went to the comfort room, I think. I don't know.
His seat is empty.
Chris Teazone, get back in your chair.
I just noticed his seat is empty. Can we try again? Wait a couple of seconds for him to come back, huh?
Maybe more than a couple seconds if he went to the comfort room.
A couple minutes. I don't know. Oh well. Okay, this is what we got for now. Carmela buffering and Chris's MTC. Shucks.
Wait a minute. Chris is back in the
he's
seat.
back? Okay. We just took a group shot without
I'm not buffering. You see me buffering?
Yeah.
You're buffering. Can you refresh?
Okay, so I will wait. I will wait out. I will make a
refresh. She'll be back, I think.
See, I'm not the only one having trouble with computers and buffering and freezing and whatever tonight.
Happens to all of us.
She's back.
Yay!
I love the magic button called the refresh button.
I'm okay now?
You're okay.
It's a lovely button.
Yeah, your video is awesome. Here we go.
All right, we're gonna make expressions, funny, whatever expressions. Just don't look like dead. Look like you're alive. I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Are you sure you want to look like that?
No. We got to do one more. That wasn't too
that
good.
Didn't look horrible. I'm sorry. Blame it on him. Okay, we're gonna try again.
3 strikes and I'm out.
1, 2, 3. You sure you want that?
That's fine.
That's what you want?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Everybody looks okay.
Except me.
John, I thought John froze. John, I thought.
I wasn't frozen. That was me being a great poser, perfectly still.
Oh, is that what it was?
Well, it could have been the arthritis at age 75.
Okay, let's do one more because my husband had a weird face on.
Well, one more and that's it.
And he's not going to be weird this time. Okay, we're going to count to 3. 1. And come for it. Okay. And yeah. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Please keep that one.
Oh, that one's good. That one's
good.
All right, I think we're going to, let's see, Francis, you told us about OES in a few minutes. And let's now go to John Barilla for a song.
All right, we'll put it on. Hold on, I'm going to put it on the
all right.
Side view. Should I do side view or speaker view?
Speaker view.
You want speaker view?
Either way.
Okay, let's see.
Side view.
Can you say something, John?
Yeah, hello. I'm here
Narrow.
on my little phone.
The side view is better.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready. We ready to go?
John, I like your background.
Go for it.
Okay. My background, that's my picture up there. Anyway, yes, I'm gonna do a song that I've actually done again a couple of times before, but never with music. And so tonight I get a chance to try it with music, which I've not practiced it too much. My voice wasn't great today, so I was holding off. But here we go. It's On a Clear Day, which I've done in the past a couple of times, but always a cappella. So let's see what happens with this snappy, excuse me, background music. Here we go. Oops, you got to hit play first, I guess. Oh boy, I'm really out of it tonight. Sorry. Here we go. There we go. And of course, my speaker's out. Hold on. Doggone it. Hold on a second. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You can.
All right, give me a second too. I got to pause this. My Dynamo speaker decided to go to sleep, and now it's okay. I got to connect it again. Let's real quick with the Bluetooth. Hold on. Hopefully it'll do it quickly. Everything is weird tonight for me. And of course, it's buffering a little bit. There we go. Now, Onyx, connect. Please connect quickly. Let's see.
It's fine, John.
I know.
Talking to the equipment?
It's just us.
Oh, wait. I think it might have connected. Hold on. Let's see if it's going to work now. I'll give it a shot. All right. On a clear day, rise and look around you, and you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star you'll feel part of. Every mountain, sea, and shore you can hear from far and near, a world you've never heard before. And on a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and evermore. You feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near, a world you've never heard before. And on a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and evermore. There you go. Thank you.
On a clear day, you can see forever. All right.
Very nice.
All right. Thank you to everybody for being here. Remember, if you're still awake, and we are at the classroom, which will be lunch at noon or lunch at, it's lunch at noon, it's lunch at 11 for those of us on the East Coast. So thanks for everybody coming. There's still 52 people here, plus us. That is killer stuff right there.
Pretty good. They stayed because they were getting value. That's important to us.
I think that is important to us. Well, I'm glad we circled the wagons and we brought some people on the panel, and we had a good panel tonight with some pretty intense questions that I couldn't get a hold of because they were a little bit past my skill level. But I learned something tonight, and that's good stuff. So if anybody else learned something, that's even good stuff as well. So thanks for being here. We're back mañana, or it's today in some parts of the world. We'll be back at 12 noon, which is 1 a.m. in sunny Singapore. And we'll see as many of you as we can see back at the ranch here with let's see, tomorrow is Thursday. So we'll see everybody on Thursday, and thanks for being here. Bye for now.
Hi. Good night.
Salute to all veterans and all current serving military.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
everybody.
Good night. Good night.
Good
night,
night,
John
everyone.
Boy.
It was a lovely evening. Thank you all.
Good night.
People in the panel
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
Francis, did you want to say something?
Yes,
No?
we are going to the next to the Francis
You just
Day
want to
now.
wave. You just want to say bye-bye. Okay, I got it now. This has been an absolute struggle for me tonight, so I apologize if I...
Me too. Been trouble for me too.
Yeah. I'm going to have to switch to a blue shirt tomorrow, maybe a bow tie or something.
We have forgiving and loving attendants. We love them all for being patient with us and staying the whole time. We appreciate you all.
To have 50 some odd hang with us, that's remarkable to me.
It's really good.
And it's different people some nights too. It's the same people most nights, but there's a spattering or like I said, the English teacher said I'm supposed to say smackling. So there's a smackling of new people as well.
A smackling, a splattering, a splittering, splatting.
Oh no, don't get me started because it's a plethora or whatever that was.
Oh.
Plethora.
No.
Plethora. That's what.
That's right.
All right, I think we got that
So
nailed.
I'll be posting the screenshots in the RobLynnLive chat on Messenger in a second, all righty? So you can enjoy that. All right. Thanks, everybody.
And Francis, we'll see you in class.
See you shortly, Francis.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye.
Night-night.
Beautiful. Good night.